What's up, everybody? This is Chuff, and we are starting a brand new series after a couple of years of being gone. We're back. We're gonna do something. We're gonna have fun. I've been missing playing and doing things, and so we are going to start this new series. This is our beautiful spawn location. Picked the seed because just how awesome it is. We're completely surrounded by mountains, and we got two villages to work from, so that makes it really nice. I've done a little bit of exploring, and honestly I've already recorded this episode one time before, but I didn't get any of the audio, so go figure. Haven't recorded for a few years. Make mistakes, I guess. So I've done a little bit of exploring. If we go that way, we find a dark oak forest, and then if we go that way, we find a savanna biome with acacia wood and jungle, as well as bamboo. And I just got that yesterday. And so yeah, I recorded a whole episode, and I didn't get the audio. I did promise I earned all this stuff the right way, legitimately, but yeah, gonna have to redo a little bit. I'm not gonna completely redo everything. I just kind of want to show you what the area looked like before we kind of got into it, and then I'm going to show you our build, which is right there, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. It's probably going to be a short episode this time because of that. But yeah, we'll kind of see how this series goes. It's going to be kind of informal, not super scheduled or anything like that. But it's just going to be for fun, and hopefully we can continue to do that and have fun, and not just go away after an episode or two. But yeah, this is the starting area. We've got our farm set up. The thing I wanted it to most focus on was learning the different elements of the game that I really never picked up before. It's a lot of the mechanics. So things like redstone. I want to get better at redstone. Farms, things like that. It's definitely not something that I've ever really picked up on. There's some basics that I understand, but I have some goals as far as the series goes. For the by the end, I want to have be able to create some kind of redstone contraption of my own design, which will do something. I do not know what. As far as farms go, I want to be able to make a farm or a couple farms of my own design as well, just kind of based on my understanding of the mechanics and things like that. The other thing that I never really sat down and really figured out or thought about really was building. And so, basically everything I've described is this whole game. My main interests kind of tend to go towards just kind of fun exploration, things like that, and like I'll follow a tutorial to kind of get a farm and just kind of have that for functional purposes. And but yeah, I want to change that. I want to actually kind of get into what it does, so I can actually think about things and kind of come up with things on my own and not just do whatever everyone else has done. Here, I'm going to show you a little clip of this area before we started doing that. You can see that the terrain was a lot more uneven. We've kind of straightened it out now just to make it more buildable. And then we'll kind of go in afterwards and kind of adjust the terrain a little bit more. We'll go in and do some terraforming to kind of work with the buildings that are already here. And then we also want to go in and redo most of, if not all of these villager buildings. We want to kind of go in and make them a little nicer. And so that kind of leads into the building aspect of this series. And so I want to have it more focus on actual building and kind of understanding what looks good and what kind of details and things are needed to kind of complete a piece. And with all of the things that I want to work on, we are going to start with different tutorials. We're going to start with other people's builds and examples and things like that. And then hopefully we'll be able to start kind of branching out from there and incorporating our own designs and takes on the different designs that we are focusing on. The first thing that I wanted to do is actually get a villager hall setup going. I think everyone knows that villager trading is a little bit OP and very nice to have. And my main focus on this series is kind of being able to do all those other things. And so it's not necessarily like getting all the materials, exploring and doing all of that stuff. Like I can do that stuff. The series is mostly going to focus on, doing things. And so I want to have access to the things that I want to do. And so that'll probably mean that we will, move on to like beating the Ender Dragon here in the next couple of episodes, kind of a thing where we can basically do anything we want. We'll just be able to have that ready. So one of the first things I wanted to do was set up a trader hall and be able to have all the good tradings I want, as well as the other, as far as enchantments and things like that. And I also wanted to have access to all the other materials and things that can make building and all those things a lot easier. And a couple of years ago, I was on a multiplayer server called STBN, and we had a lot of really great players and friends and things like that on that server. And one of the ones that I got to meet while doing that was the Mythical Sausage. And I had been able to see like others' builds previously, but like having him on the server and actually being able to like walk through his buildings and kind of just see all the detail in my own perspective was just I don't know, game changing, I guess. It was just awesome. And so where I wanted to start this series at is kind of kind of an ode to him and the inspiration that he's given me as far as building and things that I want to do. And so we're going to use a trading hall that he designed maybe a couple of years ago now, but we're going to tweak it a little bit. I'll kind of go into that. But for now, here is the time lapse of building that trading hall. All right, and here it is done. Don't mind this mushroom. I had it set up to just kind of get more mushrooms. But yeah, here's what we go. It's mostly completed. I have a couple little details on the outside that I have left to do. We ended up installing it into the side of this mountain. The the size that this would have been, to have everything would have been basically twice this size, which I felt would have been kind of overwhelming in this valley. It's really, 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 really big. And so this is a lot more manageable. This will look a lot more in place once we kind of go in and update these other generated villages, villager buildings, and as well as adding additional buildings as well. And so because of that, I wanted to actually just build it into the mountain. The terraforming, I've kind of started on that, kind of going over the top of that. I've got a lot more to do with that, but I've kind of got a good start on it. And what the difference is between mine and his is mine's actually a little bit wider on both sides, and you can hear him right now. I wanted to that's really loud. I wanted to go and incorporate zombies and have them be able to kind of go in the back here. You can kind of see how I've done that. And go in here and they can infect everybody that we want. There's one of them on each side, and you can see there is our friend over there. And this allows us to fairly easily infect our villagers, so we can cure them and get some really good discounts. There are other ways that you can do that maybe are a little less noisy, maybe cleaner, but that one seemed like a pretty easy solution, so that's what we went with. I also got a quick little base kind of area set up. Nothing's decorated or anything like that. It's just kind of set up to be functional. We got our portal, and you come up actually out of one of these villager homes. And so, yeah, we've kind of got our basic setup. We got our sugar cane. We've got our potatoes and carrots and pumpkins and melons and cows and sheep and cocoa beans and all of that stuff. So we've got a good start. Going back in here, we've got most of the trades. We got all at least the good trades that I usually care about. There's just a few other random ones that we still need to get. So, but that's going to be this main part, and we'll probably come over a couple more spaces with the librarians. And then we've started to add the other villagers, to these sections for all of our other needs. We'll probably have at least one of the other ones. I'm not sure if we're going to completely fill up this whole hall or not. We'll kind of see how that goes as we go along. Alright guys, I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Just a quick, short little thing. Unfortunately, because I didn't record any audio before. But yeah, like, I really love this spawn location. Oh, and I keep doing this. Okay. Alright, stay out of there. But yeah, I really love this spawn location. It's really scenic, and I just love that. So yeah, I just kind of give you a perspective of the whole thing from up here. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to have some more things for you guys. I appreciate any feedback and any tips and tricks that you have for these things that I'm going and working on, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.